customers are open. Spending power has gone up tremendous. Even in India, we see last 7-8 years tremendous growth in jewelry industry in India. I remember we go to these events and shows and all. Even in East India, in Guwahati, there is a customer. They have 7-story building, and their turnover is more than 500 crores. So small town in India and metros and everywhere there is immense potential for jewelry industry. Buyers used to come to India. They used to see the diamonds. So India was only doing that time diamond manufacturing. Just making diamond, that was the main goal. Like, you make a 1 carat, 2 carat, 50 points. Cutting or polishing or sparkle wasn't that great of important. European market was known for the best cutting in diamonds. People used to travel Israel, Belgium, New York. So all these buyers used to come and they used to do recutting in their own countries. They used to buy a basic diamond from India because of cheap labor and the manufacturing skills were limited. So they used to buy and then they used to recut, and then they used to do GIA and respective labs in the country and then sell. I've been around 25 years in the industry, and I'm the first generation in diamonds. And you all have started your career, selected this course, and today is the graduation day. Congratulations to all of you. Hope you have, this is the best institute. I mean, nothing can be better than this to learn and start your career. So well done. And enrolling in GIA. Diamond journey has been very great. A lot of things to talk. I mean, the 25 years of experience, but I'll try my best and try not to get you guys bored. It's Thursday Eve and it's a long weekend, so I understand that. So, I entered in 97 in the diamond industry. I had plans to go to US, study MBA, finish my graduation there, settle there. But family friends, Venus Jewel, if you know the company, one of a nice company in solitaire segment, they're family friends, and they told, why don't you come here and see what's happening in diamond industry? And I started that time, and I said, I was 18 after college and some part-time. I was like, let me just get hang of it, and they were not allowing child labor, so I had to wait till 18. So then I started, and I saw that a lot of international people were coming here to India, buying diamonds, engaging with all the owners, doing negotiations, a lot of things, they were doing. And I said, it's interesting. I think, and many nationalities used to come here, and many countries were like connected to India, because diamond cutting started in 1967 here officially. And it took a while because the economy wasn't opened. But I think after 95, the economy also started getting better in India, and every business growth was there. So why not diamonds? And then this journey started really good for India. We'll go through this. If you have any questions in between also, it's a casual talk. Please feel free. So currently I am taking care of large stone business in Dharmanandan Diamonds. I'm the director. I take care of 3 carat plus till 30 carat, 40 carat polished diamonds. From rough till manufacturing, till pricing, polishing, branding, customers, everything. I've divided my presentation in 5 parts. What was before 2000? It's a diamond journey. What happened then? And, it's little relative. It can help also in future when you think about, what you will all be doing in future about it. So there was 2010, 2000 to 2010. Then 2010 to 20, we'll just go through everything. So in 2000, basically the business was done very traditional way, very family-oriented businesses. Buyers used to come to India. They used to see the diamonds. So India was only doing that time diamond manufacturing. Just making diamond, that was the main goal. Like, you make a 1 carat, 2 carat, 50 points. cutting or polishing or sparkle wasn't that great of important, and people just manufactured that time. I remember Japanese buyers were maximum in India. I think 50% was market share was taken by Japanese people and rest of the world. And they used to come all the time. So before 2000, I think their economy was thriving and jewelry industry was really doing well then. But they needed just the sizes, 2 carat, 1 carat. So we used to cut diamonds, even if it's 210, coming naturally, we used to make it 2 carat. So they don't want to give the extra cent, 10 cents. So that was a time people were not focusing more on dimensions or scintillation. Lot of handshakes. They used to come, they used to assort parcels. Everything was kept in one parcel, all the diamonds, and then they select. Then we do pricing, then we tell them what is this grade, what is that grade. There was a lot of discussion at grading level, at pricing level, at cutting level. So it was a very traditional way of doing business. De Beers was the major contributor that time of supplying of rough diamonds. I think 90% of the market, because all the Russia, Alrosa things also were under the De Beers site. So that time, all the site holders was like the biggest thing. If you are a site holder, I mean, you have achieved for next 4 decades. So that was the mindset, and De Beers used to supply to limited people. It was a very limited and a controlled way of doing business. So, it was like from De Beers to site holders to wholesalers, big wholesalers who used to come to India. Then it used to be small wholesalers in their own countries, and then to retail. So there were like 5 level of business. Of course, I'll take other era also. So this is what we have covered. The manual operations in manufacturing. The computerized systems wasn't that accurate then. All the artisans came from villages of Gujarat, and they were trying to develop skills. But the skill was to do 1 carat or, as I said, 2 carat diamond, and not on the cutting edge and all. Not a lot of research done. That time, I still remember European market was known for the best cutting in diamonds. People used to travel Israel, Belgium, New York. So all these buyers used to come and they used to do recutting in their own countries. They used to buy a basic diamond from, India because of cheap labor, and the manufacturing skills were limited. So they used to buy, and then they used to recut, and then they used to do GIA and respective labs in the country and then sell. So India was just only about manufacturing diamonds then. De Beers for Diamond is Forever campaign was a big hit since 60s and 70s. Everyone knows about it. But the solid marketing was, I think, till 2000 and 2005, I would say that. So 2000 till 2010 was a decade where actually Indian diamond industry really grew in terms of manufacturing skills, in terms of growth, in terms of reaching, in terms of expansion. Lot of people, like I remember, I was in 2002 and I did my GI in 2001 because 97 I joined. I said I used to grade diamonds, and I used to see 100, 200, 300 diamonds a day. The buyers used to come, they used to see it again. And they thought, I thought, if we are seeing the diamond, we are putting the prices, why they have to do the same thing again? But their vision or their understanding was different than ours. So we thought that what they are doing further, why they are selecting diamonds with certain way from the parcel, and what they are doing it. So that always inquisitiveness was there, that what is next? When these diamonds go out of India, what happens? So that time, they used to, of course, do their selection and rejection. So I used to personally see what is their good in selection. And there were a lot of factors I understood that, okay, they don't use sometimes the black or green bubbles in the diamond. Sometimes certain diamonds are hazy. There are a lot of things beyond forces also, which buyers taught us. So it was always that we learned a lot from our clients. Everyone does it. And then we decided, okay, if they can do this, why can't we do from beginning? That they don't have to waste their time when there are 4 days in India. So this is how all the systems and all the mindset and all the development came, that, okay, why we have to do duplication of work? It's very important in life, because, once you and buyers are on same page, and that's where, GI, of course, played a very big role. And that was a time that third party endorsement really became very popular. Before that, it was all, what I see, what you see, and then you make money. But in 2000 till 2010, this was a phase. I remember GI President Donna Becker, I think she came in 2006 in India. And she saw that, okay, 60-70% diamonds are cut in India now. So what do you think if it was a big thing for GIA? Since 1931, it was only in America. But it was a big step even for GIA to think about it, that should we open any branch outside in America? And I think then changed the whole world. And I remember meeting Donna Becker. Then, of course, Nirupa Ben was appointed, and it's a great journey by GI itself. In 2008, it was established in India. But that changed because previously GIA used to grade most of the 1 carat plus diamonds in industry. All below that was going in parcels or personal identification or grading and all. But that opened up a lot more for manufacturers from India. I think today GIA is 85% market share, above 30 points. And I think, that was the time but GI was here. It was convenient to send diamonds. And then there was no discussion on the grading part, at least in the industry. So this was a very big change in this era. Kimberley process was there in terms of rough diamonds. Where is the rough coming from? Is it coming from authentic mining organizations, mining countries, regions? A lot of these conflict diamonds and blood diamonds were still there, but I think industry became very cautious since 2005, and they understood that we have to have supply source very clean and ethical. And I think everyone worked from the industry towards it to get the right way of supplying natural diamonds with the governments and all. Stockless ruled means people definitely manufactured more and more. Every company had growth from, I would say, 100 to 200% every year between 2005 till 2008. So I remember the incident when I was in Venus. We were the first one to understand this in India and take the challenge that the diamonds are recut outside India. We have to stop this. We have to make the perfect diamonds. Second thing, we have to grade them perfectly, price them perfectly, and why buyers have to do this work again. So we introduced our grading team. We kept 400 master stones where each and every diamond was compared and graded. So there is consistency. And there were 3 levels of grading system in Venus in 2005. That, okay, this diamond is graded by 1 person, 2nd person, 3rd person. If there is any dispute, it's challenged, it's gone to 4th person. And this is how, we try to do accuracy. That time, all the Israelis used to come to Venus first 4 months in advance. They used to book flights that, okay, Akshay, I'm coming in March. Okay, will I have place to come to your office? And we used to book their slots because they all used to make money because our grading was the most accurate, most correct, almost as per GIS standards, then whatever best we could do. And people loved that. And then they used to do GIA and no recut or nothing. And then they used to do that. But this helped a lot to establish a brand name because people found consistency in Venus grading, in pricing, in their supply. I remember 2008 when there was Lehman Brothers crash or something. I think there was a big downfall. The market was stagnant for almost 2 months and no one understood that what will happen in future. But I think Venus was a visionary and they thought that any downfall is an opportunity. And that time, the rough diamonds, the prices were slashed 30, 40%, 50%. But Venus put their all efforts to manufacture maximum, where the whole market went other side. And that was a growth spree for our company. Before that, like when we changed from parcel to a single stones, Venus's turnover went down one third in 2002 to 2004, but they never were afraid. They said this is only the right way, because if we want to sell diamonds in future online, or if we want to tell customers that you don't need to worry, we have to do single stone, we have to grade them in beyond 4Cs, that it has extra commands or crystals, or cloudiness, fluorescence, impact of fluorescence, face up is looking, naked eye how the diamond is looking. So all those parameters help to go long run. So the message here is, if you believe in something, if you create something, it may take time. It's not the success is overnight, but you have to believe in that idea and you have to go more. And if it's a right thing to do, just follow your heart. Again, the product improvement was a lot more in 2000 till 2010. Lot of fancy shaped diamonds were getting popular, and especially in US, with their media, their celebrities, they were promoting a lot more red carpets and all. So a lot of these fancy shaped diamonds got very popular. Ovals, radiance, marquise, all this shape came. Escher did patent in that time. They did fantastic from Europe. So a lot of development and growth was in this era. The pricing in the industry was getting stabilized, because if you see the history, last 50 years, any of your parents, everyone has bought diamonds or gold. The trust on diamonds was less, that they didn't know that when we buy diamonds and when we sell, what will happen. So, there was no surety of, these diamonds are valued correctly or not correctly. My jeweler has given me right price, right thing or no. So I think GIA played a big role, and then Rapaport also played a big role in standardizing diamond prices, because once the third party endorsement was there, no one could challenge the grading and the quality of diamond. And then it was all displayed on Rapaport that these diamonds can be priced. So industry kind of was in a phase it was changing from a traditional family business to a structured business. India's growth again with by end of 2010, I think we covered almost 90% of polishing diamonds from Surat factories. Everyone did their new factories in Surat. People bought 4 acres, 6 acres, 10 acres land, and they give employment in one factory, 5,000 people, 10,000 people, 2,000 people. So a lot of employment generation also happened. Certification gave, of course, rise to even a call-based business. And that was a time when internet started getting popular, the websites, online culture. In fact, Venus was the company first one to start their online diamond website in 2002. That time, everyone thought, what these guys are doing, what is website and all, who buys diamonds without looking? The perception was so different, and I think we did little ahead of times, but it really paid off well by 2010. 2010 to 20 was a time of digitalization and going beyond the normal growth rate and normal business. Lot of manufacturing automation came, lot of laser technologies came. Global access was easy. People started their offices outside India to get a better distribution and to work closely with the clients. So I'll just briefly go about this. I'm with Dharmanandan Diamonds now, and we developed that time cuts, special cuts like Serial Star and all. We have patented cuts which are in the Australian and New Zealand market. We tie up with some retailers, and these are the special cuts where 88 facets are also there, and it's approved by, of course, light and scintillation is given this thing by GIA also, that these are the things which it has a better edge than the round 15th facet also. So a lot of innovations in cut during 2010 till 20. Product differentiation, segmentation, how you are different, or how you can serve better from the same rough which is coming from all the mining companies. You can do different things, but this also is taking a shape. It's more like people are coming up with brands and with their own cuts and in their own signature. Like one of the famous cut is Lily cut in industry. I think they've been going around for many years, but there are a lot of successful stories in that term. Of course, this was the era for service delivery, and customers needed a lot more attention than before. Before it was, they were coming to India, they were selecting diamonds, coming after 4 months. This time, people bought as per their need, as per their customers. Market got very focused that what the consumer wants. Actually, when he's spending lakhs of rupees on diamonds, what the experience, what kind of satisfaction they need, because it's a diamond, it's not necessity. But when it is attached with emotions, when they're buying, it's a whole experience. It's just not buying a diamond or a diamond ring. When you go to a store, or when you go online, or when you talk to someone, when you go to family jeweler, how special you feel. So that industry understood that our industry needs to work like other luxury brands. And if you see bags, perfumes, or watches and all, I think they give much more better experience. So this is where people engage themselves, and supply chain was much wider. De Beers contract were changed, and then Alrosa came in the picture. Then small many mining companies came in the picture. So we developed a lot of rough buyers who used to travel to all the countries and analyze rough, because it wasn't the main supply from one company. So that changed also dramatically. And China was a very active consuming market in this period. I think one of the best phase industry has seen in terms of growth. So a lot of tenders happened, and the large stones, important stones also came into existence, because a lot of billionaires, they wanted something very exclusive. And those kind of rough were previously given to few Jewish company or few American company. But I'm glad to share that a lot of these very important high-end diamonds, which are worth millions, all these rough are now quite coming to India, which is, I think, more than 50% today. And those kind of abilities we have to do here. India is definitely a super manufacturing power today. So market players like Amazon, Alibaba also entered in the diamond and jewelry industry. Of course, Blue Nile, James Allen and Brilliant, they ruled, they became e-commerce giant. Their concepts were, we had a lot of meetings with them. And that time they were saying that, please share your data with us, that whatever manufacturing you. He said, how you will sell diamonds like this to public? Who knows Blue Nile? They still go to jewelers, they still buy, checking the ring and all. It's emotion. A couple getting engaged, they go to the store. Oh, I like this diamond and all. But they really change the world. And their efforts in terms of marketing, and I remember their first campaign in San Francisco, and they went to these IT hubs, Blue Nile, James and all. And they said, these are the people who will actually understand us, because they come from IT background. So it was no more only selling a diamond jewelry, but it was an e-commerce entrepreneurship, I would say that worked. I think Blue Nile did brilliant turnover in 2012. They reached in 3 years up to $400 million. So that was phenomenal. Then there was an introduction of lab-grown diamonds. In JCK Vegas show in 2016, they announced that there is a light box. And because before that, some manufacturers started, some scientists worked on lab-grown diamonds. They understood the technology. They got a right product. And then it started coming to market. So DBS wanted to segment it from day one. And then they said, lab-grown diamonds are there. and we know that technology since many years, but let us give a shape that, okay, with the Lightbox announcement, it told all the retailers that this is a product. It's a man-made product. It's has characteristics similar to diamonds, but it is made in the environment of what is under the earth. But it can be produced anytime, anywhere, and easy to produce. Then the technology came in the picture. So again, I'm sure you must be having a lot of questions on these two things, that what's happening in the market, but I think industry is going through a phase where this will be defined and segmented soon. Of course, we'll talk about it also post-pandemic. Just wanted to give a comparison. A unit which was in 2014 somewhere around $5,000 up. The gap was really less in 2014 between lab grown. It was just 30% less than the natural diamond. But of course, technology driven product, and it can be made in factories as much as you want. So currently, the recent reports of US jewelry industry says that the price levels have gone below 2000, and natural had gone up. But then in last 2 years, a lot of economical challenges in many countries, and the war situation has definitely done quite some disturbance in natural diamond prices also. But if you see in 2014 till 2024, the prices still have not gone that bad in natural diamond. If someone asks you what is the investment value of diamonds, I remember in 1979, fluorescent diamonds were selling at premium than non-fluorescent diamonds. And that time the campaign was that, fluorescent diamonds, they called bluest diamonds. They really glow in dark. And when there was a lot of disc and pop culture and all, people used to go in the club, and then in the UV light, these diamonds used to shine. So people loved about it. And that time, the fluorescent diamonds, of course, were more popular. So things, of course, now people going for XXX nuns in the industry. So sales channels, as we discussed already, 2000, it was 98% viewing of diamonds, selecting by themselves, then selling it further. E-com came, and 2010, it took 10% of market share. It increased 30%, 50%, 60%. But the new way of sales started 2015 with social media. I'm sure everyone is seeing, what's happening, of course, with Instagram and all. There are a lot of, even this Make in India campaign is going very well with Instagram. There are a lot of handbag, manufacturers, and a lot of things are promoted, Indian origin. And I think people are buying that. So social media has tremendous power. I mean, people really take this seriously. People understand, people order online, people don't get worried, I think. And it has to be backed by service, that if something is not right, you take it back, you give that customer satisfaction. But the reach can be outstanding. So currently, I think we are seeing 20% market share by these different social media platforms. Post-pandemic, things really changed. So companies with right things in place, had proper website, proper video technology on diamonds, proper description of diamonds. They really got a good leap in 2020-21, especially 2021. The business shot up 40-50% than 2020 after pandemic. 2 months, the whole economy was slow because the whole world was shut then. But then I think with US giving these packages, and there was a lot of money flow in the industry. People could not travel, people could not go to restaurants, but they thought, so one of the interesting article I read that every 3 years people have engagement period and a marriage period in America especially. So they propose and then they get married, and it takes around 2 to 3 years cycle. In pandemic, post-pandemic, lot of people thought when they were not going to office, work from home, that okay, personal life is also important. And that's how the jewelry industry got the biggest jump, because people really proposed more in that year than the previous 10 years. Because they were like, life can end anytime, let me at least just get married or have kids. And so this is how jewelry industry got the biggest boost in 2021. And they were not traveling, and this is how engagement segment did extremely well then. But a lot of again, lot of people focused on designing part. It wasn't just selling diamonds or selling a jewelry at right price. The satisfaction, something exclusive, something which suits every personality, people really thought. And fashion industry took over like anything. I mean, you are Gen Z, much more better than me. But designing is, I think, very important too. Strategy, there was remote inspection, many. So we have 10 offices all over the world, and many clients and retailers came. I need diamond, but I have to show to my customer. I can't buy just online, or I can't. So there were a lot of discussions and thinking that, okay, you have to trust your client. You have to send them, you extend your services, then only business happened, in these challenging times. And again, implementing right business model was very important. Like, I remember that the consignment ratio was very high before, but this time we had to give them solutions with jewelry also. So we tied up with some companies in jewelry, and we gave them a complete product. So a lot of things, post-pandemic is consumers are expecting certain things. They want to focus more in retail stores with their clients. They don't want to bang the head in, supplying or, how to buy diamonds or how to buy jewelry. They want to trust people, and they want to work with right partners so they can focus in their marketing channels. So what is the future? What can we do? What things we expect? As industry, diamond industry is definitely working on a lot more environmental, social governance. Lot of things, people do not want anything which is coming from, abusing the environment. People are very sensible, which is very good for, we see problems of global warming and things like that. We have to understand if there's a lot more carbon emissions. So Dharmanandan has planted, for example, 80,000 trees in their villages to subside this. So we've become, I think, top 5 companies here. We are one of them in a carbon neutral company 2 years back. Accountability is must, where your diamonds are coming from, where your rough diamond is coming. The source is clean, the country is clean. It's not just about the region or mine, it's about the country also. A lot of these sanctions and, people have kind of understood that we don't want just a luxury from any source. It has to be clean, then only we will spend money on. Of course, ethical standards are to be maintained all the time. Otherwise, you cannot go for long run. Blockchain is there. AI is there. I remember when I was in Venus, we launched a machine where a diamond can be shown to a consumer with his actual size, and female to just put their finger in the machine and the diamond will pop up, that how this oval 2 carat will look on our finger. So we installed that machine in 60 stores in America. And that was one of the best technology. I think retailers found that, without keeping my inventory physically there, they could, show 3,000 diamonds to the consumer, showing their inventory. And then they select from that, and then the order used to come to us. So it's still happening. But this is how, keep thinking, okay, what can we do better? And how can we help consumers? So definitely you only find your own solutions. So customers are open. Spending power has gone up tremendous. Even in India, we see last 7-8 years, tremendous growth in jewelry industry in India. I remember we go to these events and, shows and all. Even in East India, in Guwahati, there is a customer, they have 7-story building and their turnover is more than 500 crores. So small town in India and metros and everywhere, there is immense potential for jewelry industry. People are definitely trying to do innovative things, giving a best experience. If you go to Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai or even in North, there is a customer in Ludhiana. They have they cover 50% of Punjab. There's enough potential in India, and people love jewelry. Culture is there since many years in India. So I think it's a time for India to shine for next 10 years in terms of diamond and jewelry. We feel consumption is quite huge here. Technological update, like Dharmanandan has one of the wings, which is called Dharmanandan Research Center. We do lot of work in terms of technological development. One of the latest machine we have done is Diabot, which is sorting the rough diamond and assorting them, which is done manually, but definitely we have given a shot there. And I think the machine is at a stage where the 80% accuracy we have achieved, what we used to create. So I'm sure these kind of things will also be very vital in future. And Tracer, the program by DBS is, very much in place. Lot of serene journey reports. Retailers are asking that where this diamond is coming, how it's manufactured, and how it's delivered. So again, a natural diamond still holds its value. Lot of people are aspiring. There are a lot of, in any industry, pearl industry or bags, there are real bags and there are fake bags. Everything is there. I mean, of course, so all products will be there. It will be segmented, but aspiration of natural diamonds, I think any natural product will be forever. And people, it still holds its value. So this is, we have done that, have diamond time-lapse report we give to retailers that, every diamond is manufactured, who bought rough, who did laser, who did final finishing. When these kind of things, because it's an expensive product, anything is $5,000, $10,000, $100,000. People want to know exactly what happened with this diamond. So these are the things going to be in future where consumers will feel that, okay, this is an experience. So, yeah, I mean, this is what I wanted to share about what happened in last 25 years in diamond industry. But I think you're starting your career here. It is about your passion, your conviction. I didn't come from a diamond background, but I saw that, okay, I want to learn more. I want to be inquisitive. And one by one solutions came on the way. If we do this better or this better, you ask your customers, basically it's passion, conviction. If you feel something that is giving you enjoyment, go for it, pursue it, because that is the only, it's not today's generation. I heard even in Harvard, they're planning in next 5 years that the skill-based people will be given an opportunity in Harvard, not only on educational records or your marks and all, because skills are getting, lesser. Again, people have to understand also that how to, back to basics, meet and greet. Right now it's so much digitalized, but if you don't have 5 minutes good conversation with your customer or your family members, it will not give you that, I would say, core. It will not give you that solution of, how you want to convey your message. When, you do eye-to-eye contact, when you speak and not giving your attention, not dividing, checking mobile, or, people are distracted. When I travel in Hong Kong or any other countries, people are just like this on mobile. And I think younger generation, when you do businesses or family time, it's very important to give your 100% focus. This will help a lot in your career. It has helped me for sure. Adopt newer technologies. This is definitely important. And you have to get updated about what's happening, latest things. This may give solution to your businesses also. And core values. to build a brand, it is more about trust. Why Tata Tanishq is so successful? There were so many family jewelers in India, but they created that trust. We need to talk about, when you want to do something in life, trust, right? Ethical values are very important, that, it will spread its own word. And you don't need to then chase. People will come to you because, something is happening correct. People will understand that. So it's very important. If you see any big corporates in the world or any big companies, they have systems in place, quality, delivery, and trust. Apple products, you don't need to worry, 5 years later also, when you go back, you're not worried that this, company will take care of it. So anything create new, go with full 100% authenticity and trust. And decision making is very important. Even if you fail or you do mistakes in life, it's important to take decision, because, how much ever you hear or read, it's your own experience. So basically, you do your mistakes, you learn from that, move on, and not only focus 100% on what I did, how I did, why I did this wrong. Understand that, give less time in that, and move on. So decision making is very important. 2 times you fail, but then it will give a journey of success. So, and ethics, of course, I've covered it. So this is what it is. Any questions, anything you can ask. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me.